Just feels like every time we're about to be back to normal, our world gets turned upside down again. What's wrong?
Nothing.
You can come if you want.
Have you even started to ask yourself the hard questions yet?
Really, Mom?
I'm trying to protect my people, man. It's taking a toll.
What's happening, YouTube? This is going to be my quick episode 7 review, The Black Messiah. And my question to you out the gate, who are they talking about being the Black Messiah? Trig, Ronnie, or Imani? Leave me comments on who you think is the Black Messiah. You follow me for the first time, please subscribe. Join me on Instagram. When you have stories you want me to cover, I will do what I can to cover your stories. And if you ever want to get on my show as a special guest and kind of uplift whatever it is you're doing, go ahead and hit me on IG and we'll make that happen. We'll go live tonight with the full entire review when I have the whole crew. So join us tonight at 9 p.m. First things first, we've got the homegirl, Dre, and the homegirl, Nina, having a little conversation. And Nina can sense that Dre can sense that Nina is acting very, very circumspect. And you see, they just had a flashback of Nina and her session with the brat. Well, we fast forward this story. We have Nina talking to Emmett's mother about her feelings and her thinking that they had a little cheating session going on. Jada's totally hurt because Jada feels like, look, you know, we all friends in this thing. Why would you think that? And she basically tells her she needs to come clean because for as long as she's known Dre has never ran from anything. So Nina does that. And I agree, you should tell Dre. But the problem that I had with the acting, Dre's acting, I mean, it was a 5 at best. I didn't feel any real deal emotion from Dre being upset about Nina cheating, but we'll see. And I also feel like since Dre is a counselor, she'll probably be understanding of what happened in this situation. That's what I think. I think she'll be understanding. She won't hold this against Nina but for so long. But when you have a situation like this, ladies and gentlemen, it does make the trust in your relationship extremely hard. And I'm not sure how long it's going to take for her to overcome what they was doing. And then we'll talk about my boy Emmett and Tiff. So Tiff's got some business she's going to handle at a sex party and got to be more careful. The things in this sex party, man, oh man, oh man. At first, Emmett was like, nah, I ain't going to make it. Then he winds up making it. And it seems like him and Tiff, you know, they doing their thing. They having a good time. And the spooks we seen in this party. So we had an underage white girl trying to get addicted to that chocolate. She wanted to jump on Emmett. Emmett's like, nah, man, we going to have to ID y'all underage looking girls. And Tiff really wasn't feeling it anyway. We see the homegirl who's supposed to do her interview with us swinging around the pole. And we see the Madam of Ceremonies, the one who's running this whole thing. And come to find out, cat that wanted to get with Tiff, he's her husband. And Tiff is just kind of at the end talking to them about how do you do these type of events and stay together. And the Madam of Ceremonies just said, you know, y'all got to be on one accord with whatever you're doing. And I wonder, will this work? Now, mind you, we did not see the homegirl Dom, nor did we see whoever Imani Shumpert's character is supposed to be. I wonder what's going to happen when they sprinkle them back into the episode, because they don't leave people like that out for no reason. And then we got my favorite female character on the show. We got the homegirl, Keisha. And she's talking to her mom. And finally, I feel like Nina is giving some good motherly advice. She's basically just having Keisha think about the ramifications of keeping the baby. Financially, spiritually, but more importantly, her emotions. Because every time Keisha looks at this little boy, the more this little boy looks like the person that abducted her, probably the more she's going to have these flashback moments. But ladies and gentlemen, she still decides, hey, you know, I'm going to tough it up and I'm going to keep the baby. And her homegirl, Tiff, brings her some things that they have from her child. And in the end, something that Tabitha Brown characters told her, when you name a child, you're creating a legacy. And you could see that Keisha was having those horrible flashbacks about being abducted. But the main flashback that stood out, which is why I asked you guys, is Ronnie the Messiah, was when Ronnie came in to save her. And so she winds up naming the baby Ronnie, which we all seen from the Hubble telescope. And my boy Larry called that out a long time ago. What if she keeps the boy and names it Ronnie? So I'm sure this is going to make him happy. But I still feel like, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be tough. Ronnie might be the thing that helps her overcome the bad emotions she might have when she thinks about the child. But it's going to be a tough fight for her. And I'm wishing her the best. And I'm anxious to see how they're going to turn this character into one who's going to overcome all the odds, even though she's got this baby, she's been raped, and she's had all these traumatic situations in her life. I'm ready to see how she's going to overcome, because like I said, that's still my favorite character, female character on the show. The other person that we were mentioning, talking about being the Messiah, is Trig. And I guess I should have threw in Douda too, because we see Trig and Douda going to the trap house that Nook runs, and they basically told his ass he's got to go. And Nook tried to buck, and y'all see my boy Mike look like he done hit the weights, done got swole and lost some of the fat and looking just diesel as hell now. He steps to him, he pull out that hammer. Like, bruh, back down. But ladies and gentlemen, you know good and damn well Nook is not going to let this go out without a fight. He's friends with the person that's currently living with Trig, Jason Weaver's character, and I'm about sure they might do some kind of a comeback story where those two gonna hook up and be after Trig, Imani, and Douda. Mark my words on that. So they're liberating the house. Imani and Trig is liberating this house. But here's the problem. These girls don't know no other different life. So they're a little frustrated with them. What they supposed to do? You know, it's kind of like Stockholm, or kind of like what slaves went through. When you've been enslaved your whole life and now you have freedom, you don't know where to begin. You missed all the parts of education and everything that's going to help you liberate yourself. But guess what? In the end, the girls came up with this idea, and Imani and Trig came up with the idea, why don't we name this after someone in a legacy manner? And the girls in the house was like, you know, some of us know how to fix up a house and all that. So they're going to turn this probably into a good nonprofit. Maybe Tracy and Imani can step up and run this nonprofit. This is going to be a home for women who've been in this situation. I really, really love that about this show, that they turned this into a home that's going to help these women. That was a good story. But we're going to see where this is going to go, because right now it seems good, but I'm telling y'all, Nook and Jason Weaver's character is going to come back and do something. They might set the house on fire or something, be mad. I don't know what they're going to do, but it ain't going to go out this easy as it seems. All right, then we get to Kev. Now, Nina is doing a bad job with Kev, because Kev, just like Dre said, you know, he's going through some issues. And Nina basically chastises him about the breakup with Jemma. Now, I get that Nina wants him to be strong through that breakup, but Kevin's dealing with a whole lot of other stuff on his mind too. I think that the breakup with Jemma was just the icing on the cake. He's still dealing with Jake, supposed to be his boy, is the one that Jemma left him for. Then he's got other things going on. He's a growing boy. And so he storms out the house and he's going to get this video game. Now, he couldn't get the video game because they sold out, but while he's there, he see an old girl who Emmett told him, you know, sometimes you just got to get with somebody else to move on, which that was horrible advice in my opinion. But in any event, homegirl got the video game because she had to hook up. So Kevin goes and plays the game with her, and Kevin whips her ass because Kevin is a wizard on the sticks like your boy used to be. I used to be a wizard on Madden, even got on the Madden bus. And I think she's disappointed because she was beating all the dudes in the house except for one. And if you've never played this soccer race car game, I highly recommend it. I still got that for my PlayStation right now. And he whips her ass in it. She's, you know, mad, but I guess she's kind of impressed because she didn't know homeboy had this in him. And then at the end, homeboy's just like, let's do this again. And, she's really not feeling him in the manner of dating, but she wants to be his friend. So, and I kind of think that's what Kev needs at this moment. Somebody that's going to be his friend, somebody that's, maybe they can get to know each other the right way and then see what happens from there. Then we cut to a scene with my boy Papa, trying to find unique ways to get back with Maisha. Now, personally, I just think he needs to just let it go. But he's young, and when you're young, oftentimes you just feel like there's nothing more special than having a sweetie pie. Because I'm just not feeling the way Maisha done got the big head now. Now she wants to just basically kick Papa to the curb. But you can believe the helium going to pop out of her balloon sooner or later. She's going to come right back down to earth. But he's in there with Jake, who seems like he's getting ready to turn into what Kevin used to be. He's trying to get advice, getting flowers. He's taking her to this dance, and Papa just called his ass out and said, nah, bro, that's going to be messy. But he's still going anyway. So now Jake is trying to get her flowers and shit. But that's what Kevin was. So you mean to tell me Jemma left Kevin because she felt like she grew. Now Jake is about to turn into a soft dude, a sweetie pie, buying her flowers and stuff. What's going to happen when Jemma decides to leave him? I've always learned most of the time when somebody just jumps out of your bed into another one, the propensity for them to do that again is very, very high. So what's going to happen when she jumps out of Jake's bed and moves on? Is Jake going to want to try to iron things back out with our boy, Kevin? I guess we're going to have to wait and see how that goes down. But it's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. I just see the writing on the wall for that. Jemma is going to be called so many names. People are going to just continue to wear her out. That's what's going to happen with poor little Jemma. And ladies and gentlemen, that's going to conclude for the quick review. We will do a full in-depth review tonight at 9 p.m. with the whole entire crew. Muchella, Jay Moore, Nita the Diva, and my homeboy Larry. Please don't forget to like this video, comment, subscribe, share. And if you want to join me at some point in time, because you're trying to grow your presence, hit me on IG. Until that next Sex is Hell video, I'll see you.